All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening, depending on when and where you're watching this Facebook Live. This is the voice and the face of Dr. Olabintan, CEO and co founder of Livingspring Family Medical Center here in the awesome city of Texas. Happy New Month. If you're me, like me, and you're in Texas, the Mansfield area, it's pretty snowed in right now. So I hope you're warm and enjoying the day off or the days off. So today I want to welcome you if you're watching live, hashtag live, if you're watching a replay, hashtag replay. But I would like to welcome you to another tete-a-tete with Dr. O, where we talk about, things on a one-on-one basis. And we talk on things that help you improve your quality and quantity of life, because at Living Spring Family Medical Center, we do believe in helping you live long and well, because we believe the quality of life is just as important as the quantity of life. So, what's our tete a tete about today? Today, we'll be talking about how to exercise by accident. How to exercise by accident. Now, some of you may be wondering, why did you choose that topic? Well, sometimes if we do things that are good for us and it becomes second nature and it becomes more habit and not something we really have to think about, I believe it's more sustainable. And so, I want us to talk briefly on how we can exercise by accident. Now, I want to share this story with you. I was having a conversation with my daughter actually, and she came to me and she said, "Mommy," I said, "Yes." And she said, "Why do you wake up early to exercise, and um why do you eat healthy stuff?" I said, why do you ask?" She said, "Well, you don't have a mommy who's telling you that you have to do this or you have to do that, so you don't have to do it. There's no one now." And then she was like, "For me, I need to do it because you tell me to do it. But you don't have someone telling you, so why do you do it?" And I sat down and I got a little bit reflective, and I said, "You know what? Honestly, is because I want to live, God willing, to a ripe old age, be in my 90s, see your kids, see your grandkids, see their kids. And I want to be able to look back and reflect on the ways God has used me to be a blessing. Um, and to do that, I know that I have to take care of my body. And so that's why. So, my question to you today is, what's your why? What's your why? What's that thing to look ahead of or look ahead to that will keep you going? Because I'll be honest with you, I don't always feel like exercising. I don't always feel like eating the best things. I don't. When I remember my why, when I remember the things I look forward to, is it traveling for you? Is it being able to play with your grandkids and not be able to and not running out of breath? Is it being able to retire at a good age and travel around the world? What is that why that will keep you looking forward? So I shared that with her. She's like, "Oh, so that's why." I said, "Yeah, essentially. I have to remember that. So when I wake up early in the morning and have to go to the gym or get up and do my exercises or do the things I do in the morning, praying and meditating, I know what I'm looking ahead to. And so I'm putting in the work. All right. So that being said, we're going to go right into it. Tip number one, how to exercise by accident. Number one, batch it. If you're like me who likes to multitask, you know, I'm not going to go into the pros and cons of multitasking. That's not what this talk is for. But if you're like me who likes to do, multitask so you can maximize the day, batch it. What are things that you could do while you exercise? Number one, you can listen to music, something upbeat that keeps you going. You can listen to music while you exercise. You can choose to watch TV, while you exercise. You can call a friend with the gift of gab. So someone is very conversational. So someone who could talk with you, and so the exercise will not feel as long. So sometimes I'll call a friend, who I've not talked to in a while, and we'll be chatting. And before you know it, 15 minutes, 20 minutes is gone, and I've exercised while I'm talking. So that's number three, right? You can listen to a podcast. I like to do that. I listen to a podcast while I'm exercising, so that way I'm learning new things. I'm improving my mindset while I exercise. You could pray while you do that. We cannot over pray, so you could pray while you exercise. So number one tip is to batch it. Number two, Partner it. Is there somebody who can keep you accountable, who will not overly nag you, but will kind of nudge you and say, hey, we're trying to exercise. Come, I'll go with you. I'll go with you. If you can have one or two people, that'd be ideal. And if you don't have someone who will go with you, maybe you have a YouTube channel that someone posts a video every day that you could, set a timer and go ahead, partner it, do it with somebody. There's something about positive peer pressure. So get you a good positive peer pressure person that would help you exercise. All right. So that's number 2. Number 1 was batch it. Number 2 is partner it. Number 3 is work it, meaning your work. Don't tell anybody I said this, but can you exercise on their time? All right. How? 10 minutes, go down and up the stairs, right? You can go downstairs as opposed to go taking the elevator, as opposed to calling that person who's not that, like maybe a few offices down. Go downstairs, go see them and have that conversation one-on-one. We've become so digital now that a lot of things are done virtually, are done, through Zoom meetings and things. And I'm not downplaying those. I'm not saying those don't have their place, but there's something about the human-to-human interaction in person. So go see them as opposed to calling them. Get a sit-to-stand desk. I've had this conversation with a lot of my patients. Ask for it. You work from home, you work for a company, ask. It's a business expense. Ask, can I have a sit-to-stand desk so I have the option of sitting, standing, and moving. Remember, exercise is essentially movement. The more you move, you're exercising. So weave it into the day. So work it on their time. They're actually under the desk workout equipments. Just YouTube it or Google it. The exercises that you could do while you're work, they're steppers. They're little cycling machines that you could use. And I'll try to post that after this live so you can get a link on things you can actually purchase so you could do it while at work. So you're working at that time, on their time. So by the time you get home, even if you don't have a chance to exercise before or after work, you've already put in something at work. Yeah, that'd be awesome. All right. And tip number 4, do it even when you don't feel like it. How many of you can agree that it's not everything that's good for you that you feel like doing? The truth is, as you do it, you actually feel better. The whole point is not a punishment. You actually feel better. I have conversations all the time, and I ask my patients when they tell me in the follow-up, oh, I did this, doc, I did this. And then the cholesterol is great, the blood pressure is great. But then I ask them, how do you feel? Honestly, how do you feel? And they're like, yeah, doc, I'm sleeping better. I have more energy. I'm not as tired as I used to be. Even my family members have noticed that's a better quality of life. So I want to encourage you. Just because it doesn't feel good does not mean it's bad. And just because it's hard does not mean it's bad. Remember your why and put in the work. And I'm here to encourage you. You can listen to this message again. Everyone needs encouragement. I'm encouraged too. It's not every day I feel like getting up and doing the things, But sometimes I tell my patients, if I didn't do the things I didn't feel like doing, I wouldn't get to meet you. I wouldn't get to meet you and be a part of your health journey. And so do the things. All right. So imagine yourself, 5 years older, 10 years older, 15 years older, even a year older. You have more energy. You're sleeping better. You don't feel so tired throughout the day. You're able to get up and do the things that make for better value, better quality of life for you. Imagine that. That's possible. But you got to start. You got to start. So be encouraged. It's in doing the right thing that you will feel right. It's in doing the right thing that you will feel right. I wish I can give you medication that will keep you motivated or say something that mind-blowing or earth-shattering that would keep you motivated every day to do the things. But right now, the words evade me. What I'll just say is this. Remember your why. Remember your why and do it. And be encouraged. I'm here to encourage you. And I look forward to seeing you in our next tete-a-tete with Dr. O. Thank you for joining, and please share. Have a good one.